did have a hard life. My family life is definitely like iffy. My grandparents raised me. I did come from a home of abuse, and my grandparents definitely stepped up to the plate for me. But in my opinion, I definitely feel like I definitely let them down a lot. I used at a very, very young age. It started around 14, 15. And then, you know, I had very good people walk into my life and kind of reroute me and re-guide me. And I was blessed to have a child at 17, and that definitely opened my eyes and gave me a new clarity on everything that I wanted to become and everything that I wanted to do with my new life, with sobriety and my family. And to be a very positive role model for my child as well as the new people I was meeting in the rooms. My first meeting that I ever went to was in Freehold, and I was scared. I definitely was very scared, and they just were amazing. That's the best that I can say. And then the families that came to support them, it's beautiful. That's the best word that I can describe it. And you know, it's unfortunate, the suffering that us as addicts do put our families through. And, you know, it's just that we wish we could take it back. You know, we definitely wish we could take it back and give our families hugs and say, I'm really so sorry. Like, there's so many times that I cried and call my grandma up and say, I can't believe I did those awful things and stole. Just degrading things to myself as well as my family. But through NA and Naranon groups, like I said, it's just beautiful what they showed and how accepting everybody was. And just to be able to even go to NA, even in this town, and all the young, well, I'm 30 tomorrow, so, but to be able to have young girls walk up to me and just say, you know, you are so peppy and you're so positive, and how do you do it, and what can, you know, how can I help my parents and my family see I'm growing and I'm changing, and as a parent too, I see both sides of the fence now. So it just, I do my best in guiding them, you know, and helping them the way that I was so freely given the help and the love and just passion for the gifts that we are given, you know, and to be able just to have every day, you know, some better than others, you know, but I just think it's such a beautiful gift that these rooms give to families and to, you know, the addicts. There's not one thing that I could think of that even the bad things that I did, that I would change, to be honest with you all, because it definitely helped me see who I want to be and help the people and the lives that I can touch through everything, unfortunate as it was for all of us, you know, and through the losses that I'm sure some families have endured, and you know, it's terrible. It's a terrible disease, and I just feel so blessed for all the things that between my higher power, God, and these rooms have provided me. And my sponsor, how supportive and loving and understanding, and to be able to pick up the phone, whether it be 2 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning or whatever, you know, and you're having a bad day and you call and they're there and they just keep telling you, it's going to be okay, let's get you through this moment, You know, if you can't handle an hour, let's backtrack. Let's go for a second, you know, let's go for a minute. And these people that touched my life to get me to this point, 14 years of sobriety, I feel so blessed. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. Like, and the families that I've met through other sufferers are just amazing. Like, they really, you guys have, I know, suffered many trials and tribulations through your kids or other family members. But, you know, you guys have never given up hope too. And I applaud that. I think all of you sitting here and coming here and sharing your stories with each other and supporting each other is amazing. Like, you could stay home, you know, like, you could be like, well, this isn't even my problem. This is my kid's problem or my brother's problem. And you guys take it too and just stand up and say, you know what? I'm here for you. And I'm with you every step of the way, as horrible or as easy a moment as it may be. And you guys stand here with us. And you guys should be applauded too. I mean, like, we talk about our clean dates and stuff, like, but you guys should have that celebrated moment as well, because you go through it with us every step. And you guys are wonderful. If it wasn't for our families, honestly, we wouldn't, and our sponsors and our higher power, we really wouldn't be where we are and making the strides and steps for our futures. And it just is a terrible disease. And these dealers that just come into our schools, and, you know, I fear for my 12-year-old. He's only 12. I fear for him. You know, and all I can do is pass along information and say, you know what, babe, this is wrong, you know, this is right, this is our history, and just put it out on the table. Like, you know, it's always been, like, so frowned upon and stuff, talking about these issues, but it shouldn't be. It absolutely shouldn't be. We should be educating our kids the way we have to be educated after the fact, you know, and just to tell them, even, you know, with discretion, of course, you know, not going, hey, you know, don't stick the needle in your arm, but, or don't sniff that drug, but just to get to where they'll get it, you know, and start off younger than even what the schools are teaching, just so that they'll really understand these things can destroy you. Some people wind up with debilitating illnesses. I've lost so many friends to jails and institutions, and a lot of passings. And it's such a crime in itself to lose such beautiful souls to this debilitating disease. And my husband was going to be here, and he did want to actually share some of the things that he had experienced through other Naranon groups, but unfortunately he's with our 12-year-olds now. And how blessed he feels, and honored that they just took him in and just became one family. Like, you guys are a family in yourselves, and you're all beautiful. Like, I think you're all amazing people. I really, really do. Thank you.